Good afternoon. My name is Tanya Amos, and I will be discussing Competency One, which is demonstrating ethical and professional behavior. Um, in this assignment, I really um, analyzed my professionalism as well as the professionalism of those around me. As a social worker, I'm supposed to conduct myself in an ethical and professional manner at all times. Also, in the NASAW, I was looking and uh, the competency is social workers' ethical responsibilities to colleagues. The first one is respect. When it comes to respect, that goes with professionalism. I am to respect all of my clients as well as my colleagues in my practicum. I have a work site practicum, so it's kind of difficult sometimes um, to help others to learn that professionalism. But even if they do not have professionalism, it is up to me to show them and to lead by example my professionalism. Um, it asks, how does the assignment relate to my practicum? In my practicum, we serve clients that have substance use disorders and that have trauma. They have mental health issues. And when they come through the door, many of them have been in a culture of disrespect. I have to expect them to come in with a culture of disrespect. And in turn, I have to show them respect from me. It doesn't matter how or what they say towards me. I still have to conduct myself in a professional and ethical manner. Um, these clients, they come from a background of extensive trauma, and I have to make sure that I am doing my best not to re-traumatize them. And that's one of the reasons why professionalism is so important in this field is we can re-traumatize people and not realize it just by the words we say or our body language or our actions. So we have to be mindful of how we conduct ourselves around clients and around other coworkers. So currently in my field placement, I am working on case management, um, and I am also checking notes for accuracy. So that's sort of where that ethical piece comes in at. I have to ensure that all of the notes are being done accurately, that there is no fraud, waste, or abuse related to the documentation. Um, Also, whenever I'm working with my case management clients, um, I have to I have to conduct myself in that professional manner and an ethical manner. So I'm not going to tell my clients that there's a resource out there if it doesn't exist or if I don't know that resource. I'm not going to let them think that I'm going to be able to help them when in reality I might not be able to. So I have to be honest with my clients and I have to provide them with the resources I have. And if I don't have one, I have to let them know I don't have that resource, but I will do my best to try and find that for you. Um, that's how I've been engaging those. That's how I'm relating that to my field placement. During the course of the day, is asking how I engage in behaviors for this competency. During the day, I conduct myself the same way with everyone. I do my absolute best to be professional, to answer any questions anyone has in a calm tone voice. I de escalate situations between clients and other staff members um, in a calm, professional manner. Um, Even if that person is disrespectful themselves and is not conducting themselves in a professional manner, I still must keep myself at that professional level because if I was to become unprofessional, it could escalate a situation very quickly. Um, so I have been doing case management. I've also been sitting in on supervision meetings where we do case reviews, and I am learning a whole lot during these case reviews, not just on professionalism with within the supervision, but I'm learning different theories and different ways to identify symptoms uh, in clients so that I can better understand what they possibly might have as a diagnosis. And I have to be professional in that manner too, because I might disagree or another colleague might disagree, and that's okay that we disagree because we all have input. I can't tell them, well, no, my thought process is the one that's right. I can't do that. I have to take everybody's input and understand that sometimes another person might see something that I don't really see, and I need to be able to take that in a professional manner. Um, I feel like one of my strengths in my practicum is my professionalism. I do not come out of character. I conduct myself in an ethical manner. If I see something that is not supposed to be being done, I will speak up and I will voice that. If I see documentation errors that are wrong, I will call that person and let them know this is not correct, and and we need to fix this. That way, we can cut down on fraud, waste, and abuse, and that is ethics. Um, I have experienced challenges. Um, as I'm growing as a master's level social worker, I am experiencing challenges, and it does relate to the professionalism. We have some new employees that have never had any type of professional training. They're new to the field. They're not directly working with the clients, but they have. I mean, they are directly working with the clients, but it's in a different aspect. And they have been extremely unprofessional. And I have had to have discussions with these employees, and I've had to provide them with trainings on their professionalism, and we did training such as trauma informed care, and letting them know how that unprofessionalism can affect a client and re-traumatize them. If they're yelling, then a client may have been in a domestic violence situation or grew up with yelling most of their life, so that could re-traumatize them. So I've had to have those tough conversations with my employees concerning professionalism. This just happened recently, and it seems to be getting a little better. During my supervision, I've been getting some good feedback from Miss Cassidy about my professionalism, about how I conduct myself with others, and she's also given me some tips on how to remain calm and de-escalate situation. Um, my thoughts and feelings related to my progress. Um, I feel like I am progressing pretty well with my coursework. I've been making A's in my other class. In my practicum, I've been growing and seeing different ways that I can make my work site better. Um, like I said, we just did those trainings on trauma informed care and culture of respect to try and help with some of the professionalism in our facility and others. Um, so I feel like I'm progressing pretty well. I have observed practices in my agency. We have implemented policies and procedures related to ADEI to help better the company. We review those policies about every 3 to 6 months to ensure that we are still in compliance. Um, Now, with my self-care plan, I'm not going to lie, I find it very difficult on time to do self-care, between full-time job, full-time family, full-time work. Like I work at a treatment facility, so it's almost like a 24/7 hour job. I'm never really off the clock. So it's been really difficult, but what I have implemented is spending more time with my family, um, trying to take trips. I don't get the self-care daily, But we do plan trips where I put my phone away. I don't focus on school or work, and that seems to help me. Sometimes during the course of the day, I will go outside by myself and I'll just breathe. And to me, that can be self-care for me because it gives me a moment to just think and just to breathe and just be in the moment. I do see barriers coming up to my self-care. We are in the process of our accreditation reviews. We're in the process of um, having to review our policies and procedures and make changes to those. So those are some barriers that might be upcoming. My daughter, she just got a new job and she's finding it difficult to find childcare for her 18-month-old. So that might be another barrier to my self-care because if I'm keeping him, then it I might not have time to do that. So overcoming these obstacles, uh, and my self-care plan for emergencies, that to me that is just taking a moment, going outside, taking a couple breaths, looking around, feeling the sun on my face, taking a moment for mindfulness and a moment to pray. That's really what I do in those emergencies. Um, my plan will change, but I just am not sure how exactly it's going to change yet. Um, have to get some workload off of me. So I think that once I am done with the accreditation review process, I will have some more time for self-care, and then my self-care plan is going to change. Tracking the progress of my self-care plan. I have a journal and I try to write down in there every time that I'm able to get self-care. There's not many in there right now. I know self-care is really important, but I am finding it difficult. That's one of my struggles is with my self-care. I think I've went over everything, and I hope you have a good rest to your day. And I look forward to hearing your feedback on my journal article. Thank you.